Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, I am Psychic Bella Love, and you can book your own personal and private reading with me on my website, psychicbellalove.com. And for the rest of November, you can get an extra 30% off any reading on the site using coupon code FREE, all in caps, in honor of Free Britney. And if you are booking after the end of November 2021, and you are a new customer, you can use coupon code NEW, all in caps, to get money off any appointment on the site. Both of those are good for any appointment, excluding emergency appointments, and those are available for people who don't want to wait for my schedule to clear up. You can book an emergency appointment. You skip the line, you will be scheduled within 24 hours. Also, you can join my Patreon. I do not and will not ever accept video requests on YouTube because people are completely disrespectful about that. However, if you would like to be respectful, you can join my Patreon at the appropriate tier to request celebrity video readings. We also do exclusive lives, and all of the content that is up on my Patreon stays on my Patreon. That's the only place we talk about conspiracy theories, take celebrity reading requests. We're completely uncensored over there, so if that's your jam, you want to join in, that will be in the description box below, as well as my backup channel, which will be the designated channel that we will do lives from once we reach the 1,000 subscribers, required to do so by YouTube for that. And it won't just be Nicki Minaj, it'll be other celebrities too. And we also have an Instagram for you to follow as well, so that will all be linked in the description box below. I'm obviously not super camera ready because I just got back from taking my kid to school, and I woke up at 6 a.m. to all kinds of stuff popping off between Dani Leigh and Dababy, and now as of it is literally 8:03 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Mimi is also now involved, and everybody still keeps posting things and going live, and I'm sure even after this is finished, there's gonna be tons more stuff that's coming out. This was supposed to be my day off, that I was gonna go run errands and clean my house, because I was pre-recording literally all weekend and then talking to clients too. So you guys do have pre-recorded content coming out all this week. Obviously, I'm gonna upload this and post it public as soon as it's uploaded. Let's hope to God that YouTube is working in my favor this morning, because sometimes they are a pain in the butt with the uploads lately. So let's see what Spirit has to say about all of this drama. Apparently, you know, Dababy saying, oh, I made it clear to Dani, we're not together. And, you know, it was this whole like, oh yeah, she lives with me, but, and it's like, dude, this sounds like every dude that's like, me and my baby mama aren't together, we just live together for the kids. And then, you know, they go on family trips together, take family pictures together, live in the same house, they're getting married next week, but they're not together according to him, you know. So I'm just like, we've all heard this story from some guy in the past. You're not the only one, Jonathan. So Spirit, please join me and answer any questions that we have in regards to Jonathan, who goes by Dababy, Dani Leigh, and his baby mother, Mimi. Thank you. We're asking only just to sort all this out and get some truth in this situation, because there is a lot of mixed stories from both sides. Spirit, please bless and protect all who we ask about in this reading, as well as all who listen, watch, and participate. Thank you. Amen. And you guys, like, I wasn't laughing at, you know, the live that was posted last night where he was trying to kick her out and the cops were there and all that, because, I mean, it started off, she's feeding the baby on the bed. It's like, there's a newborn baby there. Y'all are calling the cops on each other, like, trying to kick each other out of houses and stuff. Y'all can't have like a normal ass adult conversation and say, hey, this isn't working, let's get you a place, and, you know, and by the end of the week or whatever. Like, I don't know. I mean, it was too much. Like, I just saw, you know, she's trying to grab pillows while she's holding the baby. The camera was swinging around. I was just like, oh, Jesus Christ, this is not cute. So, Spirit, please tell us just a quick overview of Dani Leigh and Dababy. Nothing with Mimi right at this moment. We'll ask about her separately later in the reading. Thank you. But Dani's saying, you know, that they were together and all of this. So obviously both of them have different stories, and then Mimi's involved herself too. I mean, listen, guys, when girls, even guys do this too, you know, let's not act like it's never happened to a man too. But when y'all want to keep going back and forth with somebody who's got other people involved, you're never going to be the winner, even if you do get to be the main, or he finally drops everybody, because what did you win? Somebody who would put you in that situation in the first place, and somebody who's capable of doing stuff like that. And even if they do stop, you're always going to have that little seed of doubt in the back of your head driving you crazy of what's he going to do next? Is he going to come home? Is every time he leaves the house, he's going to be out with somebody else? And that's something that doesn't just easily like fall out of your head and you forget. So it's just not worth it. You know, if you see somebody that wants to be in all of this nonsense and have all these extra people and everything, just walk away from them and choose yourself. Because this is the thing. Sometimes we think like, oh, well, that's going to break my heart to walk away. Your heart's going to get broken every single day that you stay too. So do you want to break your own heart once, or do you want it to get broken for years and years and years? Because that's going to be a lot harder to heal from in the end. So, and that's, I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm just saying, you know, it's facts. So, and we've, you know, plenty of us have been in similar situations, even if you didn't end up having babies and everything. But, you know, we have to remember that somebody that has this whole I'm getting my cake and eating it too kind of situation going on has no real motivation to stop fucking around with one or the other or all of them. And, you know, that was one of the videos, because I was keeping up with, you know, the neighborhood talk and the shade room and on site, and all those blogs were posting clips of it and stuff. And at one point, you know, he was on live, and apparently she's still in the house this morning. So I don't know what happened with that, but she came up and she said, oh, you want to still mess with your baby mama? You want to go out and, you know, hook up with all these girls and then come home to me? Tell the truth. And it's, you know, Spirit saying there is truth to that. You know, did Dani think or hope, like a lot of women have made that mistake, that by getting pregnant, having his baby, things would change and they would be able to work things out and be some kind of a happy family? Yes. However, you know, he's just kind of like, and this is the thing, you guys, I'm not hating on any of these people. Like, let's be honest, they all made big mistakes in this situation. Nobody is innocent. But let's be honest, there's a lot of these rap guys that really truly enjoy being dads, but because they don't have the baby full time. You're not waking up in the middle of the night, changing diapers, you know, dealing with toothaches. You're not, you know, nightmares, all that kind of stuff, tantrums when they're older. You get to come in and they haven't seen dad because he's been on tour with his other kids. They're all excited. Dad's bringing presents. They're going to Disneyland. And then dad leaves to go back to work and mom has to deal with all of the extra shit. Why? Trust me, if Future had to take care of his own children, 100%, he would have stopped at one. They all would have. But it's because they know mom's gonna pick up where I left off, so they enjoy that part. But he has no intention on settling down anytime soon with anybody. And so that's the big thing that Spirit keeps, you know, pushing out, is that he doesn't have that intention. He's focused on his career, on trying to move forwards, recover from what just happened, you know, because he's just coming out of this whole kind of like cancellation, whatever you want to call it. And that's where his focus is, on work, on rebuilding, on moving forwards, on getting the public to like him again. He's looking at this as more of, this is another PR disaster for me, and the last thing I needed when I'm trying to come back. So he feels like Dani has put him in a situation by making all of this stuff public, and you know, he feels like she's put him in a situation where now, you know, everybody that I just started getting back on my side is looking at me like I'm crazy again. So he's not happy about that. Now, this is the thing. There is, you know, there's people around him specifically, even though I didn't ask about Mimi in this sense, but she is coming up as this Empress next to the Seven of Cups. She is trying to say things that, or take Dababy's side, you know, because of course there is this whole thing that him and his team were trying to portray of, like I said earlier, she knew what time it was. I was never acting like we were together. It was just about the baby, blah, blah, blah. So she's doubling down on that in order to antagonize Dani. Let's be honest, they don't like each other because they're both, you know, dealing with the same man and want the other one to go away. And it's like, if Dani Leigh goes away, there's going to be somebody else, Mimi. If Mimi goes away, Dani, there's going to be somebody else. Like, he's not trying to settle down and be with neither one of y'all right at this moment. So that's not going to help anything, you know, them poking each other and trying to antagonize each other. So now Dani is more so triggered by Mimi than she is by Jonathan. And so her going overboard to be like, I wasn't a side chick, look at all the stuff he was doing for me, is actually more about trying to prove a point to Mimi than it is about trying to, you know, give any sort of counterclaim to what, or defense to what Jonathan is saying, right? So, oh boy. You know, honestly, he's going to double down on that he's not with anybody and make them both look like a fool right now. Because he's really trying to do whatever he can to save his ass. Because he's like, I lost a lot of money after the last incident. I just started getting these people to want to deal with me again. Like, if I gotta say bye to y'all, cut your asses off, because, you know, he's trying to be in this King of Pentacles place. So he will step into this King of Swords energy if it means there's, you know, money to be made by not being associated with any of this at this moment. Oh boy. And he's gonna tell both of them, you want me to take care of my kids, I gotta like not be pulled into this because it's affecting me, and then I'm not gonna be able to take care of our kids good. So he's fed up. But this is the thing, you're fed up from a situation that you created. Okay, so please tell me, was Dababy leading Dani on and making it seem as if they were together? Thank you. And I mean, honestly, you guys, like, even though he's like, oh, here's my assistant, those are people that you pay. Their job is on the line. Of course, they're going to just automatically take your side. I'm not saying they're lying. I'm going to see what the cards and spirit have to say. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to just jump to be like, well, his assistant said too, because it's like, what if his assistant got up there and started taking Dani's side? He's fired the second that live is off. Actually, we all know how Dababy gets down. He has a temper, so I wouldn't be surprised if he fired him on live. I don't even think he would have waited until they got off. We would have gotten all this cussing and yelling and stuff. So, see, this is the thing. First of all, the underlying energy, before I even pull out anything else, the Seven of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Devil card. So obviously somebody's being sneaky. Somebody's got all of these extra people, third parties involved. And with this Devil card, they're not being honest. They're doing what they can so that they can keep the situation going in their favor and in their benefit. And he was very much enjoying the fact that he had Dani where he wanted her. He was definitely, you guys, he was promising to her that they were going to get married. And so she's not lying. He definitely was sitting here basically promising her the whole entire world and telling her, let me get this stuff handled with this one, and let me take care of that, and let me just put out this next album. And then, you know, the baby will be old enough, and at our wedding, she could be the flower girl. Like, he was really gassing her head up because he enjoyed the fact that now he not only had Mimi as a ride or die that would always take his ass back and stand by his side and support him, but now he had Dani for that too. His ego got in the way with this King of Wands. He was being the King of Wands, you know, full of yourself, seeing what you can get away with, having fun, you know, that isn't respectful to the women that you're dealing with. And it ended up causing him this Tower card moment where now he's really worried that everything that's going on is that people are really going to take Dani's side and believe her, and that he's the one who's going to end up losing things because of this. Because think about this, you know, and it's nothing against Mimi, but people only started to really even know who she was because of him. She didn't have this career of her own that was like really popping off that she had to worry about as much as he did. Dani Leigh, she's where she's been at for years. Let's be honest. So he does feel like he has more to lose in this situation. And because we're talking about you trying to kick somebody out who has a newborn baby, that's obviously going to pull on the public's heartstrings. Even if people don't like Dani Leigh, they're still going to be like, damn, that's cold though. And he really feels like that's going to come back to bite him in the butt. Mimi thinks that she's getting everything that she wants out of this situation. She really thinks that this is what's going to put an end to Dani being around and being a part of anything, and that she's going to be this winner in the situation. Again, I mean, he's always going to be out here with other women though. Like, so you're not really getting what you're looking for either, Mimi. But Jonathan's going to do whatever his PR tells him to do to fix this. Because his reputation, you know, is still in such a fragile place right now. But he was gassing her up. That Dani wasn't lying about that. Okay, Spirit, please tell me, are Dani Leigh and Jonathan going to end up working things out and ending up back together again for a while at least? Thank you. See, this is the thing too. There's something about him having some involvement in some way with that Yellow Bone song that she put out. And it's like either he knew about it and he approved it, or he gave her a beat, or, you know, wrote one of the lines on it. But if he keeps saying things about her, Spirit saying she's gonna bust out with that, and that's what he's really afraid of, because she does have some sort of proof, like text messages of him being like, oh babe, change this line and then it's perfect, or something like that. And he knows that that's really gonna come back and bite him in the butt too. And they weren't broken up because of that. It was just that he hid. They went real like low key because of all of the backlash and fallout that happened around that. So he has not wanted himself associated with that whole, you know, song and situation. And it feels like she's going to drag him back into it and blame it on him somehow, or at least just expose he was involved in it. Watch, I get off of here and she's already done that. Okay. He's gonna try to, right now, you know, obviously, he's gonna try to get everybody in control. You know, screw it. I don't want nothing to do with all of you. This is too much. Do you guys not realize what this is doing to my career? You all need to calm the hell down and stop making me look stupid. You know, he's gonna go off on everybody and try to get them back in control and scare them. Then I see him trying to come back around and pull Dani back into this again, because he's going to feel like, well, when I keep you, you know, on a leash or happy or whatever you want to call it, or at least make you think that something's coming, then you're quiet and you don't bother everybody. You don't tell me what, you know, you don't tell on what's going on. Like, nobody even knew that for sure that that was his kid until all this happened, right? So I don't see her giving him another chance after all of this, to be honest with you guys. She's really, not only is she really mad, but she feels like this really was this big, huge tower card moment. Like, you publicly embarrassed me. You publicly disrespected me. You know, I feel like she kind of just really opened up her eyes with this sun card and has realized what time it is, and that he really has been playing her for an absolute fool. And it's time for her to go heal and move on and find herself. So he's going to end up with some other girl pregnant by the end of next year, guys. And it'll probably be some like random chick that, you know, just like his other baby mama. I don't even know who she is. I can't even think of her name, but I know that there was that one, you know, that was kind of snuck in there between Dani and Mimi. And so Spirit saying there's going to be another situation like that where he's going to find some real pretty girl and be messing with her behind everybody's back, and then end up with another kid, but they're not going to, like, you know, end up together anyways. Mimi's going to be the one that, you know, that last one standing, because Spirit saying it really isn't even so much about him. It's her own ego of, I'm the main one. I was the first one here. I'm the one that's still standing. And she, as much as she wants to portray herself as, I'm above all of this and I walked away and I'm just raising our kids as co-parents and all of this kind of stuff, that's not the case. She's holding on and holding steady, hoping that he's gonna get this out of his system, because it's like, you're new to this fame life and women throwing themselves at you. You've got to get this out of your system. And then when you do, you're gonna come back to me, and then we'll go ahead and move on and move forward from there. But there's always gonna be another woman. And at some point, Mimi's gonna have to be Dani herself and say, hey, my eyes have been opened, and obviously this is who you are. You're not going to change. The most I can hope for is that we can peacefully co-parent with each other. And I got to go love me more. So anyways, guys, I mean, at least Dani is going to walk away and choose herself. That's a good thing, right? But he definitely was playing Dani. So anyways, guys, I love you all so much. This is, you know, they're going to all be fighting back and forth with each other for a few more days probably, or at least the rest of today, until he gets everybody to be quiet for one way or another. So I love you all so very much. I will see you all again soon. Make sure if you have not already that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. I am uploading content daily to YouTube throughout the rest of the year, but because, you know, YouTube's upload times have been really all over the place and you never know how long it's going to take something to get up. I can't always, you know, make sure everything's going to be on a scheduled time. And then of course there's things like this where I was like, oh my God, I was about to run back home and run to the grocery store and all this drama popped up. So you never know when a video will drop from me. Also, you can join my Patreon because if you like my content over here, it's even more fun over there. And you can follow me on Instagram and the backup channel, or book your own personal private reading with me with that 30% off code. All of that will be linked in the description box below. And I hope everybody has a great day. Let me know what you think about all of this and make sure you hit the like button on your way out as well. Bye.